Good morning and welcome to Growing with Plot 21. If you're new here, my name is Mark. Today we're heading to the allotment to do some protection for the brassicas. I brought some blue piping that I'm going to use as protection for netting. I'll show you when we get there. I just wanted to give you a little intro before we got there because it's a bit windy today. So I don't know how good the sound's going to be. And then after the protection, we're going to head back to the house and do some potting on. Quite a lot of the seedlings need potting on, so that's what we've got to do. So not a massive job at the plot this morning. I just thought I'd just get down here while I had a bit of time, just so that I could get the netting done, if I can do that or not. So let me show you what we're up to when we get down there. Okay. So the plan for today is to use these hoops that I've cut out of piping to make some protection for the beds. So if I show you, ignore all the weeding. I'm gonna have to come down again with my strimmer. I just don't realise how much it grows. It's just unbelievable. But yeah, I need some protection here for my brassicas because they're all getting eaten at the moment. So that's what I want to do. They're doing well, but they are getting eaten. Peas are doing lovely as well. Look at them, growing nicely. Just need to plant a bit more, I think. Oh, and look, my leeks. Leeks and beetroots are starting to come through, so that's good. That's nice. And as you can see, we're nice and flat at the moment. Just need to try and keep on top of it. And strawberries are starting to flower, just a little bit at the moment, nothing else. A couple of them, nothing major. And my potatoes are massive now, which is great. And then we've cut these weeds down a bit again, sorry. We've actually got some parsnips just in this bag too. Nothing in that bag, but it's better than nothing. So let's crack on and protect the beds. So what I'm going to try and do is attach them to the bed. I've got some brackets that I bought, which will hopefully hold them on the bed. So we'll see. See what it does. So they're going to be like this, basically. And then just attached to the bed a bit. I think like that, something like that maybe. Yeah, and then they'll go on there, see if they will or not. There we go. One. So that's what I mean. Connecting it on there, and at least it'll protect it a bit. So let's carry on with the rest of them. Apologies, my micro battery had died, so I'm just bringing you around so that you can see what I've done at this end, and then obviously we'll sort out at the other end as well. So here I'm just attaching the brackets onto the raised bed first, and then once it's attached in, I can put the blue piping into place and then secure it a bit better. And that's both of them secured and ready for the netting. So the next job will be to cut down the netting and then attach it to the hoops. I was wondering if I might need another hoop in the middle just to secure it a bit more, but I didn't have enough screws. So I'm going to try with this first and see if it works, and then if not, I'll have to rethink the best way to attach it all. So I'm just rolling out the netting to see if it will fit, and the best way to secure it over the bed for some sort of protection. I think I realised that potentially it's not wide enough. The length is fine, but here I'm trying to look at trying to put it in underneath the dirt to secure it into place, but it doesn't have enough space on the other side. So I'm thinking that it needed probably like one half on one side, one half on another side, and then attached it together. I was kind of contemplating what the best way to do with it and how best to secure it, and I came up with the idea that probably two halves might be more ideal, because once it's secured over the raised bed, it's not going to cover enough at all, unfortunately. So I'm kind of thinking half on one end, half on the other side, and then attach them or tie them to the middle, to the top, and then secure it. I still thought I'll give it a go and see what I can do with it, but then unfortunately my scissors that I was using to cut the netting had broke. They'd completely snapped off for me, so I had to end up ripping the rest of the netting. And then I think I just realised that it was time to call it a day, because I didn't have any scissors. I was trying to think of anything to try and cut it, and even when I was pulling it, it was fraying. So it definitely wasn't. Definitely didn't have the best tools to make the protection. As you can see, scissors completely gone. I think they'd rusted or something, which is not the best. So I think I'll get help in securing it a bit better, maybe do two halves, which will probably be easier, because I need the height, obviously, for the brassicas to grow underneath it. And then it needs to be secured all around as well. So I decided to call it a day and come back when I had a bit more time and a bit more better tools to to secure it better. So the hoops are definitely in the right place. I think definitely need to get another hoop in the middle and then have a little structure over the top to secure it properly. But as for this morning, that was the most that I got done due to the lack of tools, unfortunately. So let's head over to the house where we'll do some potting on of the seedlings. So we're back at the house and I've made myself a little potting station, and I'm just potting the plants on into the bigger pots. So I start off with the cabbages, plot them out into these, there's 8 of these bigger pots. These are the ones that they had the strawberries in, so they're a bit bigger for the cabbages, so they'll do a bit well in there before I need to put them out of the plot in probably a week or 2 weeks time. And then I move on to the sweet corns, trying to put one in every pot as well, just so they've got a bit more room when they're trying to grow a bit bigger. And then I'm potting on the courgette plants. I only had 2 more left of these bigger pots, so I could only get 2 courgettes in them, but I did find some other size pots that I could move the rest of the courgettes to. So I've got 2 more bigger size pots that I put the other 2 courgettes in. They're about double the size of what I've been using, so that's a good depth for them to put a bit more roots in. And like I said, I'm aiming to plant these out within the next week or 2 weeks. Let me know in the comments what you think about whether I should pot them on again into bigger pots, or just keep them in these pots that I'm doing at the moment and then plant them, take them to the allotment and plant them straight onto the ground in the next week or 2 weeks. I was just investigating the other cabbages and other vegetables to see if the roots were coming out of these smaller pots or if I could manage to salvage them until I could take them to the plot. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have some more planting out next week, I think, with what we've already potted on. They're definitely a decent size now to plant out now. Let me know what you think, see if I need to leave them a bit longer, or if you think they'll survive okay. Maybe another week here and then straight in the plot. And as always, comments always really good. Oh, I need to plant out this as well. This is the blackberry patio bush, so I need to plant that out as well in the fruit bed. So yeah, keep the comments coming, like, subscribe, and happy growing.